December. I stayed there in the station till your smell had gone and your fire was just an ember. Your burning eyes too hard for me to handle. Without words, you make my heart tremble. And now I know that you take it with you where you go. Now that my don't sleep, I can't breathe. I think I'm suffocating. I think I'm writing a letter that you'll never read. And my mind gets to racing. Your burning eyes were meant for me to handle. And without words, you make my heart tremble. And now I know that you take it with you where you go. In my dreams, I am walking right beside you. Walk with me. If you lose your sight, I'll guide you. Walk with me. Walk with me. Oh, I'm awake, it's too late now. Could ever forget your name, even if you didn't know mine. As the time flies past, I know at long last you're what I've hoped to find. Your burning eyes are meant for me to handle. And without words, you make my heart tremble. And I wish you knew that you take it with you where you go.
Well, that was very nice, wasn't it? It was quite nice that I was managing to get this old thing to work and work properly and work well and deliver its purpose of providing the intro music. Seeing as my previous one that I was using broke. The newer one broke, so I had to use this one, which was from... What even is this from? It's a Philip Magnavox AZ1005. When was the first CD player? I don't know. 90s, early 2000s. Well, what matters is it worked, and we were able to do it. So I wasn't expecting it to, but I ran out of all other options. Kind of ran out of things to play myself on the piano for the intro music. You know, or I could do it John Cage style. Just have be silent. Just interpret the stream starting soon board for what it is. And what it is hastily put together. Elijah says, "What are you going to be for Halloween?" I guess I'll be the man that you once fell for. I guess that'll be my best option for that. What things that time does to you. Anyway, it's either that or the Dirt Man stream, of course. Yeah, and I must say it's the most dirt that we've ever gotten here. I think there probably is a bunch. Might be some still on my trousers from earlier today because I was at more dirt. I was in the area of more dirt than around here. Definitely got more dirt on boots than ever before. And granted, they are new boots, but went over to the ranch today. So that was, you doing any costume contests as you went as that? Yeah. You still have something there. But yeah, no, I went to the ranch today. The ranch. Out a bit of a ways away. And like I said, more dirt than whatever had. If you ain't on my server, I can give you a little preview of what that was. Okay. I'm going to purchase a Ford 9N when I get space. When I finally get space, which is whenever I move out of here. Ram Ranch. Let's see. Do I remember how to screen capture? Thought you had enough land. My land area is fine. It's just the trees. You got too much trees. And it would not have anything to do with it. If I got one. Stickspell says, "Why are you sending me junk mail?" You know, Stickspell, you could have quit when you were ahead, but now I know that you are acknowledging my stream, and I've cold called you on stream, so I mean, that was one way to go about it. Say screen share, I think. Was that in the... Yes, and keep in mind, if you send me anything on here while I'm screen sharing, it will be showing up. So keep that in mind, everybody. But no, this was the at the ranch. just a little preview of that, and didn't think that the pan was that fast, so the resolution is a bit grainy. Get a corn dog or cheese steak? No, I got a fish sandwich. Out of all things, I got that because I thought it was I quite appreciated that. You know, you got at this ranch where there's all that. You have beer battered cod, which is something I can always appreciate. You know, got that for the first time, and I quite liked it. Quite liked it. I'd try that over even the ribeye sandwiches there from that food truck. No, there was a bunch of food trucks there, which actually were new. I'd been there about 4 other times, and those did not include in the past 2 years, and so those are new for the last 2 years. Before that, they just had food inside the barns and little shacks, and there was a little shack that I got the fish sandwich from. They had a bunch of other stuff, including all the corn dogs, cheese steaks. I'm trying to gauge what Eli could be reacting to that I got a fish sandwich at a ranch like that, or that that we have such things like that ranch out here, and perhaps not in where's Eli from? East Coast, I think. Are you 21 yet? Oh, the beer thing. Yeah, no, actually, because you got a fish sandwich, the ranch. Oh, yeah. Well, I also, to even add to that, there was a food truck there that had not been there before. I think you might have seen it in the video, but they had wood-fired pizza. It was a wood-fired pizza truck. So I thought that was interesting enough to get there. So I got one of those on my way out. But yeah, you know, I call it unusual, but I find it quite down home. You know, I have heavy appreciation for, next to all the fried chicken and the fried tenderloins, I got fried fish. Because why in the world not? You know, it was good. Very, very good. Right. Pepperoni? No, sausage. They had run out of pepperoni. This is what was odd. This was the only pizza seller I'd ever come across that ran out of pepperoni. They ran out of pepperoni, and I heard the guy in front of me order a margarita pizza. The lady had never heard of a margarita pizza. He said margarita, and she said, "What?" And then he had to explain to her what a margarita pizza was. And she said, "Oh, I've never heard it called that before." And then she turned to her friend beside her and said, "Have you ever heard it called the margarita?" "Oh, really? Huh, how about that?" I think that you can only go here to find that. You will not find that experience or that interaction anywhere else, I don't think. Owns a pizza truck. But it's out here. It's out here. Taco truck. And you know what? There was a taco truck at another place similar to that I went to yesterday. So these food trucks are expanding. No, what that a few years ago. Well, I think the thing is, I think this lady was older than you, Eli. She was like into her 30s, it seemed like. So and you're not a pizza maker, so. But like I said, you only have to go. It's only out here where you can find it, and this is probably taco truck is new. I see. I was about to say this is about the farthest out that you could get in this state. The most sticks, the most boonies. Um, and so only out there would you find something like that. And I love it. I quite like it. I think if there's anywhere else I'd rather be living in, it would be there, of all places, actually. Um, what state do you live in? I live in the state that you put me in. You know, it's just nothing other than that. You know, that's just enough. I can just live there and be happy. And is this your first election? Yeah, it is actually. And I ain't voting because there's no use in that. I don't think. Producer Munster is a hosier, and that guy really just kind of fell. I don't use this term much, but fell off the charts. He had that like take me to church thing, which is a bit misleading. And he had that work song thing, which I did not even know it was him who did that. And then other than that, he just kind of went in the dust, off in the dirt. Or are you talking about the Hosiers, the French immigrants that settled here along the East Coast in 1876? Do you live in a red state? I do believe I do. Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, it's only because the town that I live near is not the most red, but that's just kind of what I'm used to. But no, yeah, this is most definitely a red state. Jason Barger 8. Barger? Good to see you barge in here for the first time. I think, yeah, you are new here. So he says, "What up, wafflers?" But doesn't even address me. How about that? Well, I mean, maybe I am a waffler, but maybe I'm not, since I've not been relevant to the streams. Oh, except for my last call-in. But that was basically it. Doxing Sir Monster. Do your worst, you know. If it's although nobody could really ever understand the state you put me in, Dude, I thought Taco Truck was a Daniel Ozark alt. I know who that is. Alright, is there any doubt to who that is? I don't think there is. Oh man, that was hilarious. Oh man. No, I did not even know that, Six Bell, from the stream. I did not even know that guy was banned. I know of nobody else who spells stick spell sticks spell when you can clearly see how her name's actually spelled. Man, I'm new. Yeah, he does that every time as well. What new I ain't. Again, the N-double-O. Nobody else says that. Oh man. Oh, this guy cannot catch a break, can he? Dang. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, where's the agent teacher? You get banned a lot. Not here. Even your main account has not been banned here. So I can't really understand why you're on alts. Maybe just to just add to the spectacle. If only he. Yep. The Asian teacher's on strike. You're terrible at alts. At least you moved on from putting 88 or 55 or any double-digit number at the end of your username. At least we're past that. Yeah, I thought I gave you some advice on that, dude. You know, I would like you to succeed in alts. Hook Slogan's alt on the Wafflepone streams got exposed, and he somehow is still there. Like nobody noticed what it did, but somebody flat out said this person is Hook Slogan, and nobody noticed, and he's still there. I'm still there as well, and I thought my alt would actually be kind of relatively easy to figure out, but nobody has. How about that? Colin, what are you doing? You're gonna expose him right here, dude. Jack's probably watching, dude. Colin, have you been puffing? I don't know if that's what you do, but judging by your online status, I thought that could be possible. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess they don't care. I don't. Quite frankly, I'm not sure, and I think there's probably a really good chance that Jack and Steven, maybe one or both of them, know what my alt is. I think there's a good chance of that, and they don't care really. I don't really think they do care about outing anybody, even if they do know who they are, unless it is somebody who is a bit distastable. Is that a word? Dislikable. Like Trollinator, Super King, or Joe. They ain't the biggest fans of Joe as we are here, unfortunately. Show Speed thought it was a new viewer. He thought you were a new viewer? What? That Chelsea got unbanned? That Chelsea got unbanned? Yeah, there was a little legend rumor going on that Chelsea was back, and she said that she missed me, apparently. If anybody can provide any kind of confirmation for that, I would quite like to see that. You want to talk dirt, man? You probably have OxyClean on your desk right now. As always, of course. Well, my heart legitimately did a little flutter right there. Why do you think they're not streaming? I don't know. There have not been any clues really. It's the same thing. Anytime they're not streaming, Jack is playing some kind of game. Always. So that ain't nothing new. There's really nothing to go off of here. But, I mean, if we're going to use some intuition, then I guess we could say there might be some conflict going on because that did happen earlier this year. Possibly. Could be some brotherly conflict. Maybe even some girlfriend conflict. Hopefully not that, but it's kind of the direction where I'm thinking. And just we're to trust our instincts here. How well we know those guys. Pace banned her like 20 minutes later after she got unbanned. Who unbanned her? How did she get unbanned? Or was it just an alt? Better looking than Super King. My hair still. Yep, yeah. Even though you once said that you looked like a retarded John Lennon, your own words. Your own words. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, that is a pretty low standard, though. Daniel. Traffic slowing down? Possibly. Possibly, but I haven't known that to be that much of a hindrance to them in the past. Yeah, something about that. I think I remember. Yeah, I'm remembering back to the end of the Page saga. The end of that page. Got to the end of that page. When she just kind of disappeared, and I think they took a little break from streaming, maybe. Pone's sidekick unbanned her. Who, Pace? Chelsea on your Discord server. She was until she deleted herself. Quite unfortunately, but I think we all can miss her. I think. I know Inverse misses the stuff she would say about me. Now that's what he misses. It's the beautiful Sir Monster, yes, and it is the ever so creepily titillating DJ Mix and Magic. Who's finally I figured out how to unban. DJ Mix and Magic is the first person who I figured out how to unban. Took a while. It took me long enough, but YouTube makes it surprisingly difficult to find out how to do that. This cashew heard that he traded it. Of course. Of course he did. For all of that Alex Cash has been through, I mean, he deserves to be in at least, one Nickelback music video. They still do those. Can you play some harp for us? Of course, I do that about just about every stream. So abrasive, would I? Yeah, okay. And see, I've tended to stay out of that, Sasek, but apparently that is a topic that has been discussed. Whole chat blocked. The only people I have blocked are the Super Kings and the Ahmeds. Nobody else. I only banned DJ because I thought he was Super King. But I don't know who that is, and for some reason does not feel that it's appropriate to reveal the real face behind that account. I think it's kind of strange, but maybe it's all part of some master plan. Maybe. I think Alex Cash is a respectable guy. He's a respectable guy when he's a respectable guy. I think that's a good way to sum him up. Anyway, I will be right back because I started this stream a bit hastily because I just kind of got back, and man, these shoes are out of place from what everything else here. These are some slip-ons that I just decided to slip on. I didn't think you'd be getting a full body shot, but yes, I'm wearing these. These do not go with this at all, but It's just a convenience thing. No, I don't wear these out. New haircut's popping, by the way. Oh, thank you, DJ. I'll assume that's an honest comment, but I quite like it too. Even though I think the scratches are finally gone from where the faulty razor blade kind of cut into my neck. But anyway, I'll be back. I started this stream because I kind of just got back from the ranch, and I started the stream. I started the stream beverageless. I started the stream beverageless, which is not a very good idea for me because if I get dry mouth, then just all goes downhill from there. Oh my goodness, Daniel. Yeah, he's never gonna come back now, Daniel. After that. We're trying to be welcoming here. And then you're talking that BS. Oh, and of course, leave already. I want the chair string. If that will get you here, and if that'll get the NV square root of A people here, then I'll have at that. Forgot my glass, which was in here. So, this is what we got going on. This is a beverage that I came across by my own creation recently. And so this is some LaCrack, which is Coca-Cola flavored. Never would have thought of this idea of Coca-Cola flavored water. This was not my idea to get, but my mother bought a whole bunch of these because I guess she quite likes them. So I decided to make some good use out of these by doing this, right? Who you're trying to impress? Nobody but myself, of course. I'm up yet. And that's what you gotta do. Got enough coasters. How about that? Take some maraschino cherry syrup. Good kind. And then, of course, the final and ingredient that brings it all together. Of course, my ever iconic vanilla extract. There it is. There it is. Of course, the alcoholic kind, so we got to be, well, mindful. Well, I don't know if you all saw that. Right, this canister is black, so I cannot see how much is going to come out. But I think we just have to even that out. Add some more chair. I think I had enough chair. I think we need more of this. Anyway, it's gonna be a fun scream. Be a fun scream. Yeah, it's gonna be a scream, all right. Very nice. Very, very nice. I would not recommend you make something like this because I think these are a bit of a silly idea. But better than buying actual Coca-Cola. Better than buying real cherry vanilla Coca-Cola. So, I think whatever you want to say about this, there is still that fact. There is still that. I'm gonna get tipsy now. This is painful to watch. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is even going to happen? What are you watching? Well, what are you going to watch? Is the better question. Bro is a lightweight a lightweight. A lightweight. Not, not used to that term. A small sip. I know! You got that vanilla right away. Coping. Coping how? Where is the cocaine? You know, there's, if I can get some of that, coca leaf, do some juice and all that. Just suspecting Mexican Coke. I guess that is different. I guess, right. The last couple of times I've had actual Coca-Cola, I think were, that stuff. That stuff. The kind in the glass bottles. If it ain't in the glass bottle, it ain't for me. Goes for most of any kind of pop. Some Oreos into there. You know, you're just trying to turn me straight up into Jesse. I know what you're doing. Best streamer I've ever seen in my entire life. That is quite the compliment. Thank you, there. Thank you, Sack. Thank you, Sack. As an ego, of course. But yeah, quite appreciate that, and hope you be back for more someday with these streams. Get some Budweiser. Stop the alts on otherwise. I started getting vacation pay and overtime. Very, very good. Very good for you, Artistic. Maybe you'll someday, quite soon, eventually be ascending above the role of crowd pusher. Hopefully you'll get promoted quite soon. Even become store manager. I do hope that for you. Yeah, I said your name correctly with a bunch of other pronunciations that I fudged up. So, I said Cysack's name right? I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what I said. Maybe it's like I don't know, maybe it's placebo, or is this... No, it would not be the first time that something like this has happened. Become manager, I'll hire people if I don't like, the store will collapse. Well, I mean, at least if you do know that, then you know, admittance is the first way. It's the first way there. First step there. But no, this year is the first year of, I think, exposure in a considerable amount, because there was, when I was visiting my grandparents earlier this year, my grandpa made a big thing of scallops on a grill, and he put them in a grill dish or an oven dish, and just poured just a bunch of white wine on them. They're just like swimming in this pool of white wine, and put that over the grill, and I think they turned out very, very nicely. Turned out quite well, but I mean, I would not say he's the first person to go to ask what amount of heat it requires to gauge the cooking down of that stuff. So I think that I think there was some considerable amount in that instance. As the allegations, Dirtman. Which ones this time? I mean, there's a bunch of ones that I've gone that have gone unaddressed. So, I mean, you want me to pull into the hat of unaddressed allegations? And what do you want me to do? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep. I think I have a pretty good clue of what you're talking about. If you're talking about SatCon, then he should have been. That's on him. That's on him. Maybe I'm making a distasteful comparison. Maybe it's kind of lost here. Kind of lost here, and I'll blame it on this stuff. About this isn't about SatCon, right? What else are people mad at Mr. Beast about? I don't know. I have not. Mr. Beast has not been relevant to me for years, and I did not ever plan on him ever being relevant again to me. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. Good. Or was this? I know you're not gonna trick me to do this like I did last time on the stream, but I'm just asked to check something real quick. No, you can't trick me into doing that again. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I started out the stream beverage list because I just came back from the ranch. The ranch, and I must say, it is probably might be my favorite place in the whole state. Just might be. Kind of look like you're tricking me into doing this again. Is that the Darman Mr. Beast? That's the budget Mr. Beast. somebody on my my latest fireworks video was telling me that I'm Mr. Beast at home, as in, Mom, can we get Mr. Beast? We have Mr. Beast at home, and that's me. And you know what? I will definitely wholeheartedly run with that title. I'll go with it. I'll go with it 100%. I'll go with that title. And you know what? I think that could possibly be preferred than actual Mr. Beast. I do think so, especially in this time right now. I think I definitely am. 100%. But as I was going to say, I think the ranch might be my favorite place in the whole state. Just might be. Because just of what it is, it's this attraction, this public attraction that is just somebody's ranch that is just way out there, out in the highest percentage of boonies that you could go, I think. Off a highway and then down like 3 different consecutive back roads through the woods, through the fields, up and down the hills, and the winds and curves, and you finally get to this place. Whoever created it, I have the utmost respect for, because they have a big plot of land, and they use it for good. They use it for the for everyone, basically. Anybody can go out there and just enjoy it, and you don't see that much in many other places. I think this is probably one of the most unique places that does that, and it's just driving distance away. But I do make it a point to try and go there every year, because they just have got it all out there. One of my favorite places. They got all that you saw in that preview video. But they also had gigantic corn maze which is their main attraction. They had a train that goes around the corn maze. You know, a minimum gauge train that goes around it all. Had go-karts, a little go-kart track even. They had pumpkin patch, gigantic pumpkin patch, biggest one I've ever seen. And they had a zip line. They have a zip line out there. So that's just all of my favorite things comprised into one place, and it's in one of my favorite areas. You know, favorite types of areas, which is just out there with nothing else around there, just really in the middle of nowhere. And so, if you want to get an idea of what I like, it's there. It's the stuff out there. It made me wish that I owned a plot of land that big, so I could do things like that out there, just on my own property. And I will be trying to see what I can do in terms of my own property when I get that eventually when I graduate college. But I will definitely try and see if there's anything like that available that I can make my own development on, because I see a lot of potential for what I can do there. By the way, you may find it to be just a bit unlike me, but I broke some rules today. I did. I guess maybe the wise move would be keeping this an utmost secret, but I would just like to show you all the importance and the one of the many reasons to wear cargo trousers. Big pockets, like this. One of the reasons being is that they said for the corn maze, you cannot pick any corn. Cannot pick any corn, which is 100% understandable. I understand that because when I was a corn maze, they wanted you picking apart their own maze. But I definitely do think that an exception can definitely be made for the stuff on the ground. And of course they obviously have to just generalize it and say no corn picking, because, well, anybody can pick anything there and just say that they've got it from wherever. But I must say I don't find any harm in just getting some of the stuff off the ground. Stuff that ain't even growing, stuff that is off the crop. But look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. You planning on finding corn this quality anywhere else? Because I ain't sure about that. I think what we have here just might be the best product in the world. I know it ain't much, but it's what I could sneak through. You know, the lighting ain't showing it. And how it could, but you can see there's orange around the kernels, and obviously the cobs are red cobs and orange yellow kernels. The good stuff. And you got to be resourceful. You know, nobody else is going to be using this stuff. So one of my main mindsets is waste not, want not. And this definitely applies, I think. Oh, also something else I should show you. something else I should show off to y'all that I got from the ranch, which is actually something I paid for. I did pay for, obtained it fully, legally. Bring it in here, so I have to bring it in here. Now, would you ever expect watermelons to be in season this time of year? I definitely wouldn't, but in terms of this, I have just about no clue what this is. I'm almost thinking I've heard of something called a watermelon gourd. Is that a real thing? You ever heard of a watermelon gourd? I'm feeling like I might have, but man, this area especially, this is the area I live in. It is just about mandatory to know about your gourds. I mean, you just would. No reason why you would not. But I, unfortunately, do not know my gourds as well as I should. So I'm going to have to look this up. Even though I should not have to. I should just have... I should know this like the back of my hand. Watermelon gourd. Oh, apparently not. Apparently, I was imagining there being such a thing as a watermelon gourd. So, whatever this is, it's your best guess. Or your best image search. And hopefully you would know your gourds, because well, if I'm falling short on that, then you'd have to have that for me. Oh. Two irrelevant pings on Discord. None of them from my server. I thought I was being alerted to something important by my viewers. But I must say, oh, hold on. One other thing I have to do a little bit of a demonstration on. I'm about to demonstrate to you all the importance and the reason to wear boots. This is why. Now, when I was out there at the ranch, I noticed that most of the people there were not wearing boots of any kind. Just were not. And I noticed this, you can see pretty well how much dust that my boots collected on here. You can see at the top, that's the color they're supposed to be. But this is all, these are all coated in dust. Yeah, Six Bell, live up to that name. I do. And these, fortunately, are quite easy to clean. You can basically take a broom to these and brush off and even blow off the dirt. But I see all those folks out there wearing their tennis shoes, running shoes, that kind of thing, which is the last thing you want to wear out there, because there's everywhere that the dust can get in them and can make them just a pain, real pain to clean. You have to almost vacuum out the dust. A lot of little areas where the dust could creep in there. And that is why I need a pair of those, because they have no openings, and any dust or anything can get on there, just brush right off. But I was surprised. I thought I was going to be one pair of boots out of hundreds, but I only saw about less than half of the folks there actually wearing boots. Proper boots, by the way. Even if you get boots that have laces, the dust gets on the laces and the areas in between. Hey, they ain't good for that. That is all that you need. That is what you need for that, because unless cleaning and trying to clean dust out of the crevices of your shoes sounds fun. Well, it doesn't to me. And also, these, of course, don't have tread on the bottom, of course, so no mud getting caked in there and getting stuck that you crack off when you walk places and leave trails behind yourself. So that is why I emphasize, if you're anywhere around dirt, dust, anything like that, you need a pair of those. And I just basically proved that to you, I think. Speaking of shoes, speaking of footwear, I have to make a point that I did not think I would have to emphasize to the point that I'm going to. Very, very unfortunate, because I observed this while I was there at the ranch. At the ranch and at the orchard that I was yesterday. I was at yesterday. I see it every day, just about every day on campus, naturally. But it's been creeping. It's been creeping out into the more true areas. Areas that I never expect to see it at. But what it is, platform slippers. You all know what I'm talking about? House slippers, brown like suede slippers with the white fluffy stuff inside. Those, for one, being worn outside, which is nothing new at this point. No, I always thought it was quite silly. But in this past year, and seeing those with platform soles on them. What in the world? That is not anything I would ever expected to see in my lifetime. Those and Ugg boots. Ugg boots that finally have every reason in the world to be ugly boots. When you put these soles that are like 2 inches tall, sometimes even like 3 inches tall on these things. And I find that to be the most contradictory, unreasonable, ridiculous concept. I could not think of a single reason. You can barely think of a single reason why you'd want platform soles anyway. But on slippers, on Ugg boots, no. I'm not having it. I won't have it. I wasn't having it when I was seeing it on campus every day, but now I start seeing it creeping out into the areas that I should not expect to find any kind of BS or nonsense like that. Saw it at the orchard. I even saw it at the ranch, and much of it. And I feel like that is cause for concern, a definite cause for concern. I don't know what everybody is seeing in these newly worn things, but I think it's a cause for concern. I think it's a cause for concern, and I think it's a cause for action as well. I think we somehow need to stop that. Stop it soon. I think it has a very good chance of it being a short-lived trend, a fad that goes away a matter of months, but I must say I cannot stand that. I cannot stand seeing anything like that. And I needed to be explained to me what the appeal of that is. Because I sure as heck haven't found it. So I need it explained, and I think that will get me a little bit of the way there to cracking the code to this unfortunate fad. And hopefully assist me in the riddance of it. However I might go about doing that, but yeah, everybody on a college campus is of course going to be feeding into that, but the places out there, never expected it. Never expected it. That's when we got a reason to be concerned here. If I think about it too much, I come to no conclusions at all whatsoever. Don't get it. I don't get it. I'm getting no feedback here about it either. So I don't know if you all want to just leave me in the dust about this. But actually, the reason I brought that up is because these slipper things, these Ugg things, you gotta ruin those out with all this dust. Even at the orchard, there's dust there. There's dirt and dust. Gotta ruin those things. Those things are suede. Oh, I am not. You ever heard of that song, Blue Suede Shoes? Those things, you ain't wanting nothing on them. You ain't wanting them to be stepped on. You ain't wanting them to get anything on them. Right? So, then you're going out. You're going out in something other than these. But then you do that. I mean, I just needed I needed explained because it's just got me stuck. It's got my mind stuck right now. Definitely prefer it not to be. But anyway, I guess we won't let that unresolved point be stagnating us here. Unless anybody else would like to volunteer to solve it for us. Open to all suggestions. What do you all think? What do you all think? Is Manny looking good? Is there anything specific, any requests that I should take for what he should put on next? I think he's looking fine enough. Yeah. But if you have any suggestions, anything you need to have on, just definitely let me know about that. Somebody said recently that he kind of looks like Crazy Uncle. I thought kind of. I thought that was kind of the case. I definitely think this is a Crazy Uncle look right there. Oh, what was I going to say? Where did I put? There we go. Or should we add the wig? If we get the wig out, I have a feeling Inverse is gonna pop out of his closet. Come running into the chat over here. See there, I knew it. I knew the wig. I knew whenever I brought out the wig. That's going to be the attention drawer. Even if, yeah, Sticks Bell, I knew it'd be somebody like you be here all the time. You know, I was going on about that whole thing about my outside platform slipper confusion. And you were not even. Wow, what fans I have. They're the whole time not even writing any other ideas over there. But no, I'll ask you directly, Stickspell, have you do you see much of that going on in Europe or Sweden, anywhere else over there? As the platform slippers fad trend been infecting its way over there? I'd like to know, because I'm nothing but perplexed by it. Because out here, they would definitely not fare well in the dust and the dirt. But up there, they definitely would not fare well in the snow. Don't think so at all. might have seen by the where did everybody go? Two places that I'm theorizing everybody went. They all went to um, the Captain Kira live stream that's going on right now. Because she streams every night, and that's yeah, it's 8:31. So yeah, she is going on right now. So I could be there, or they could all be in their other forms. Just a second. Could be just in another form right here on my desk. Yeah, where did Daniel go? Daniel's right here. There's Daniel right there. Where did who else? Oh yeah, Elia. She's just right here. There she is. Oh, Stickspell, you're here too. How about that? Um. Oh yeah, I knew Ace White Man is right there in the back, overseeing it all, waiting for his opportunity, his right opportunity, and right there, right out there with Inverse. Should have known, but no, they've just transformed. They've decided to go plastic. That's all. That's where they went. Oh, by the way, I think this would be a good time to showcase some stuff. No, not GarageBand, Discord. This is one of my favorite gifts ever that has been made. That is just, I feel it's genius. I do. It's like one of those, seems like something you could get at Legoland. It's like for $35. Get you and your significant other minicized and put in a little Valentine's postcard. Like, couldn't you see them doing something like that around like Valentine's Day? You can become minifigures, and we'll make a little e-card, e-readings. Now your favorite is the humping gif. Well, too bad there's nobody on there to post it. I think while we're at it, we should take a look at the art gallery, because we haven't done an art showing in quite a while yet. But, of course, there's this classic. This was made by Stickspell. Yeah, it's made by Stickspell. I think all of these were made by Stickspell. How about that? Back when I was in LA, for some reason I like this one because the lighting is almost exactly the same. You know, I'm in the correct position that the sun would be reflecting off of me like that. And it's probably one of the realest pieces of art I've seen so far. So, haters will say it's Photoshop. Yeah, you know, I announced that I was out there and publicly, so wouldn't have said no to any meetups for with anybody out there. Here's this, also made by Six Bell.
Strange these days. I used to know a girl.
Hold on.
People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story.
Casey, yeah, you can say that again.
Am I going to get copyrighted for these? I mean, is this altered enough to pass?
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on, why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
Can't talk about it? Why not?
Take your time.
What gets me is that I'm having trouble seeing the original now. They look, me and Casey look enough like those guys for me for it to actually confuse me, for it to genuinely confuse me.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi.
Casey,
And here's this, also made by Six Bell. About that. Man. Me as Daniel Henschel works enough, but the Jack as me works, yeah, too well. So that's before we get away from that one. This is what it's like every time Casey has been banned from a server. Or has been rejected by many of the females in the surrounding communities in this community. That's what we have to go through almost every time. Been so long, you barely remember half of these. Are you genuinely saying that, or is that a passive aggressive way of telling me that I need to post more often? Because that is what Daniel would turn it into. Oh, we finally have one by Inverse. In which he took the random shot of me, which somehow captured the best frame of me during that whole, how long was I doing that for? Like 20 minutes, impersonating Jack. He, for some reason, paused it on the best frame that he could. I'm in that position, you can see the black shirt underneath. That look, man. I don't know if he rewound it to that, or if I hope he just happened to pause it on that exact moment. And for the rest of it, he took a picture of his bedroom and just put me in there. As he secretly wishes would happen, that I would be there looking like that in his bedroom. And we could talk about NC and Brit Up till the wee hours of the night. It's your bedroom. I guarantee you'd wish my bedroom had just even half the stuff that this one has, because mine is, you don't know basic. You don't know basic until you've seen mine. I ain't sure if I'm ever going to be doing a stream there or what. If you're going to be, I'll be doing a voice chat from there. Who knows? But you're gonna be calling like the homeless shelters on me if you see my bedroom and you see the lack of stuff that my bed has on it. Is that all of them? Or have we seen? Yeah, we've seen all these, I think. Yep. There's this one. Oh, I better move past that because I can't. It's a likeness issue. Non-discrepancy. Ironically, I had not heard of Michael Franks till this happened. Now that just straight up looks like me with a little bit of balding. And well, actually, I mean that looks like I would wear that, exactly that, and so that's barely a Photoshop, really. This I can kind of look like that right now, a little bit, but for some, oh yeah, that is what's different. For some reason, these are all lacking the goatee. I got the mustache, but the goatee is, I feel like it's underappreciated. I know Brit Up told me that I should keep the stash and shave the goatee entirely. Oh, Hook got it right. Here, Hook kept the goatee on there. Oh, yeah. People are saying I don't vote. Well, I know I said I don't vote. But, I don't know. Maybe this was during a phase. Let's just say. Oh yeah, Chelsea Lynn made that. Yeah, this is why we need Chelsea Lynn back, because this is this might be the funniest piece of content Chelsea Lynn has ever given us. You made that album cover? Wow, well, you know what that means. He didn't give you credit. How about that? He did not give you any credit. Dang. So you made that. Okay, well I need to change that right away. Good to let me know. There we go. What am I doing? There we go. And Now I'm out of the know of how many you actually did make. Like, yeah, this is a wow moment. Wow, Ace White Man. Just everything. This guy cannot catch a break. Thing after thing after thing. What's going on? Did he make that? Did you make this? The Sir Cronkite? Now I'm gonna have to go back and check all the ones that he claimed credit for. Okay, right. Yeah, I could see. You know what? I could see the difference between. Yeah, now I know. I think the resolution says it all. Between your work and his. Did you? Was this made? This was. I think. Yeah, this was credited to you, Stick Bill. Did you make this? You make this one? Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? He did not give credit on this one either. He did not give credit on this one. Okay. Actually, let's get this one off here. Contains a certain somebody. There. So yeah, wow, Mr. Whiteman. More things, more and more things are being known. And it does not even take the Wolfpone streams, just the Wolfpone streams to bring those kind of things to light. You know, it's on here as well. Dang, man. Hopefully someday, you will unblock me so we can actually schedule a real date for a boxing match, which I have been training for. Let's say. So, hopefully, we'll not be pulling another jack. We'll not be pulling another jack this time. So I finished this, so that big pour of vanilla in there I've ingested all of that. I cannot really tell all that much, but are any of you seeing a difference? I'm not really, but I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a bit of a difference because I'm now having thoughts of adding to that mixture, making another one, but adding original King peppermints, all the way from Holland. Genuinely all the way from Holland, because look at that, take a look at that. I gotta focus. Anyway, that's all in Dutch. So, I'm having thoughts of adding this. What is this saying? Is that common? Or is this a common side effect of too much vanilla? Oh, what is it? What did I just do? My headphones are at the top of here. Maybe I'll finally get Inverse to reveal himself if I do one of his requests. That is adding the music box. Apparently, that is what we need to do here. Is add the music box. How much do you have to wind this up? Hopefully, I don't wind it the wrong way. There we go. Well, that is just grand. How about that? This is quite old. No electrics, obviously. This is from. I'm out of the know. It belonged to my great belonged to my great grandfather, and who knows when he ended up picking that up. Um, Quite good condition. Still works. Still working. And probably, I wonder if that thing that the twisting knob was made out of lead. What does lead smell like? I don't know. But yeah, oddly enough, it plays the the wedding march would not be my first thought as something that would be played on a music box. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to. I mean, no reason not to, but I would really be thinking of a general reason why you'd want to listen to hear the wedding march outside of the wedding. Not so sure about that, but maybe if you cannot hire an orchestra, which is quite understandable. Orchestras are not the most easy to hire. So if you cannot afford to hire an orchestra, and you cannot afford to hire an organist, or you cannot find an organist, which in these days at least it's been understandable. But I mean, organists should not be asking for too much. But I'm thinking maybe it plays that because you can have this in place of an orchestra or a quartet or an organist. How about that? Or an organist, you could just have that playing. Maybe that is what it is. So any of you out here, whichever one of you is planning on getting married next, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind because it may require zero effort on any musician's part. Just crank it. Just crank that. That was cringy. That was quite cringy. I was at a wedding once where there was somebody played the wedding march on a digital keyboard with an organ sound on it, but a digital keyboard. And oh, it was so wrong. Oh, was it wrong? Wrong. Fine wedding, for the most part, other than that. But I don't know if how many of you watching now are married, but have you ever even thought of or did you even have this have a digital keyboard be used for the playing of the wedding march at your wedding? Did that happen, or had you thought about doing that for your wedding? For me, it's a thought that would never cross my mind, but I'm only thinking of it because I saw it with my very own eyes, heard it with my very own ears. It sounded all right, but it sounded all wrong. All right, but all wrong. You know what? I don't know what's worse. Actually, this is me. Just being all against digital instruments like I am. And then this is me, that side of me talking. But I must go out and say, I'll die on this hill. I do not know what is worse: having the wedding march at your wedding be played on a digital keyboard with an organ voice on it. That, or hold on, should have had it prepared. That, or or wait for it. or this? Or that? I honestly do not know what is worse. You doing that using a digital keyboard to have your wedding march being played on, or that? I genuinely do not know. Obviously, because that performance was, well, what it was, but at least you got an organist. At least you're doing it in a proper setting. A really, really, really good looking church like that one was. Um, with somebody actually playing the organ. At least you actually made that happen. But I do not know. Although I do know that what that organist is going through. You know, they probably hired somebody who was like, oh yeah, I play the organ. Yeah, of course. And they have not practiced, right? Um, but I do know exactly what that organist is going through. Expecting you know what you're doing, you've played it fine in the past, but it all goes for you. And when something goes out of your mind and you're playing it on the organ, oh, that is that. That is a mess, what that is. And I can just visualize what whoever was playing that was going through. Because obviously you got the two manuals that you're usually working with and the pedals. And even if you're reading sheet music and that stuff has been out of your mind for long enough of a time, and it's just all escaping you, even though you're reading it, all of it's just kind of confusing to you, I can completely understand that. Not defending that organist in any way at all, because I think I commented on that video, or a video that had that clip in it. I commented, the organ one is reason number 5,741.2 billion reason to practice. Something like that. And it is. It is. Could any of you here, any of you all, name a single reason to not practice? Here, are you willing to come out here and take a swing at me? Yeah, come on, I'd like to hear it. If we got it. I'd like to hear it. I didn't think so. Didn't think. Okay, right on time. Inject meth on stream. I just thought of doing something that I have no clue if YouTube will allow me to do. Ace fell on the floor. What are you doing on the floor there, white man? That's gonna be out of context. Ace, white man. I give the viewers what they request. I do. These shoes are bugging me. Let me reiterate again, these shoes I know do not go with anything here. They look kind of silly. So these are not what I wore out. I wore these. Right. I'll be back because I provide effortful content. For my viewers here. I am genuinely unsure if YouTube is going to be happy with this. But I've never done this. And I would like to see what will happen. That's so stupid. Colin, I hope you're still here. We just dropped 2 viewers. Coleman? Coleman, you better be watching, man. Better be watching, buddy. Coleman? Alright, Coleman. This proves the loyalty I have for my fans. Coleman ain't actually thinking that he's going to miss out on his own suggestion. Right? I wouldn't think so. Alright, Coleman, you got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds. Okay. Doing it without Coleman. We're doing it without Coleman. Link wants to call. You want to call? Are you on the Discord? Are you somebody on my Discord? Because if you are, then you can just join one of the voice chats and I will pull you in there. What's in the pot? Coleman requested meth. You know what? I actually feel that YouTube might not be smart about this and make assumptions. So I'm just going to have this right here. Oh, it's Tanky Wolf. Okay. Well, no then. How am I going to go about doing this? Why you assume it's Tanky? Because you just sent me a friend request. Hold on. Do this quickly. Okay, that one just kind of fizzled out. I actually am afraid YouTube might not like this. Dang. My grandparents watch these streams, I think. I hope they can see the sugar as well. Okay, I'm going to do one more. melted sugar. All right. Dang, I can't ban link as link on here. We'll get him later. Mikey Mike, how about quit telling me what to do and ban that link guy? That is Tanky Wolf. Need a bottle cap and some cotton to plunge in before injecting. Who said I was injecting? I need to get the match fragments out. Can't see it, but we got some good browning going on there. Very nice. But it looks to be VMRS. No, he would not do. VMRS would not do that. Yeah, you know what? The link guy said forgiveness is key. That's what Tanky Wolf said. It's one of the things Tanky Wolf said last time. No, VMRS would not. He would come out and he would not use alts. Tanky uses alts. No, not Ramirez at all. This stuff tastes horribly. Not getting any, not getting any liftoff, fortunately. But Colin, I appreciate the suggestion, as always. I would not have imagined I'd fall through on any kind of suggestion like that beforehand, but no, it's a worthwhile experiment, I think. So, any other suggestions, I'll see about. See if possible. About to read that, but I do not know if that is a, I don't know, Jamaican cuss word. Not sure about that. I'm not sure about these reggae fan skate punks out here. Huh. I don't have a melodica. I do have this, which I don't know if you'd been around to see this, woman. But this is what I do have. Romanian girl. Yeah, that's not revealing or suspicious at all, is it? Have you seen this, Coleman? It's an inside joke with me and you and Vermeer. What is an inside joke? Romanian girl's an inside joke? Link is why aren't Ramirez commenting as Ramirez? Ramirez, type in the okay, you all have been fooling me to go on my server. Of course, Hook Slogan's doing the old trick of only communicating there instead of in the chat here, making me look both my eyes at two chats. That visual though, that visual is hilarious though. That stance I'm in. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Hook Slogan has provided the YouTube friendly version. Me eating a harmless bowl of macaroni. And not any kind of a suspicious stance at all. Ramirez, if that is actually you, please type in the... You're on my Discord server. Please type in the chat on your Ramirez account. Suspense music waiting for actual Ramirez to comment or not. Okay. Yep. Not Ramirez. Shaky Wolf. Yeah. Still never heard the story on how you acquired the harp. Not too much of a story to tell. Got the harp when I was 6 years old when I first started taking harp lessons. Back in 2010. Um, there's actually a store in town that sold harps. It was on the university, which has probably the most significant harp program in the country. Very um, probably the biggest, and has some big name harpists coming through here. And there's a harp store there, and they just had harps out that you could look at and see if you wanted to buy. And many of them are used, and none of them there were very affordable. So we got this one ordered. There's a new one, Chicago Lion and Healy. I think unanimously agreed upon as one of the best brands, harp brands out there, with that and Salvi, the Salvi brand. Bit of a competition going on there. A lot of Salvi slander from the Lion and Healy fans, but the Salvi fans are yet to strike back. But yeah, we just had this order. This is a called a Petite 40, which it actually was very much more appropriate for 6-year-old Munster, because it's smaller than the regular concert harps. Regular concert harps would be like up here, about just wider, larger overall. And the most significant thing is that they have 48 strings. This is just missing one octave, which kind of became inconvenient when I began playing pieces that required the lowest octave. So I just kind of had to mime. I had to mime practice on this one. And I had to go to the university to play on the big ones when I had to. Kind of like what I have to do now with organ. Yeah, they cost you get. Oh, let me tell you about that. Yeah, and it was kind of an obligation. It kind of forced me not to quit harp. I'm not taking lessons anymore, but I've not quit playing it. And I must say, I do actually regret dropping out of lessons when I did. Because back then, I saw it as not really my instrument. I quit lessons at 15? Yeah, 15. And I thought that was a good choice because I felt that it was not my instrument, but then after a while, after I became much more of a music guy, music nerd, I found appreciation for every instrument out there, and soon wanted to learn how to play every instrument. So I became more consistent on playing the harp, even though I was not taking lessons, and started picking up other instruments. And now I'm doing things like accordion, guitar, and stylophone, drums, all that. Like nylon strings. Nylon and actually, I don't know if they're nylon. They are. I know the replacement strings that I have are gut. They are genuine gut strings. Quite a few of the strings had to be replaced because harp strings break very, very easily. But yeah, I'm not sure what the original ones were. They want 13,500 for brand new. Oh yeah, Petite 40. Jesus is King 2002. What is this? Well, I guess it's what you can make of it now. This stream is not anything consistent. I think. I think this might be one of the appeals of this stream is that you get to ask this question. You ain't got the opportunity to ask that question with many other streams. This is just one of those few ones that I think is appealing in that way. For me, at least. Yeah, gut strings. Yeah, genuine gut strings made out of guts. High school, I was in a band. We'd experiment with weird instruments. Ruining bows on saws. Yeah, I mean, you should have branched off with that. Created your own. What is that? Atonal music, music concrete band. Should have merged out of that. How about it? You know, the best way to meet your future bandmates is in high school band. You all should have gone somewhere with that. By the way, Jesus is King 2002. You're right. Correct. Correct. Oh man, I just came to the realization I'm right here pretending to do meth. Oh man, I'm right here and pretending to do math with that. All praise to the Most High, of course, brother. Suzuki Omnichord. Oh dang, yeah, that the Suzuki Omnichord. Yeah, I know about that, and I kind of became a little interested in that one of those myself. Not on the top of my instrument collection list, but if I can find one for good price, I would like to. I pick it up, but yeah, I do like those things. They are unique instruments, and they have a sound like not many other instruments have. You know, not many other synths could get that sound that they have, and they have that function that you can. I think the Suzuki ones also have that function that you have the section that you can run your finger across and makes like an arpeggiated glissando. I know the old ones, like back in the 80s, had those, but yeah, like you got the omnichord, you got the saws on bows, and you could go somewhere with that. You're giving me ideas now. Now I can take your idea, and you might regret not going with that. But, well, it ain't too late though. It ain't too late. Something you snag if you see one to go. Oh yeah. I haven't had much fortune at garage sales. But with instrument wise, but pawn shops I have definitely. Are you Catholic? What? No, I'm not Catholic. This is just something that my mother gave to me for Christmas one year, I think. Right? No, it was for my 8th birthday. She gave me a Jesus action figure and Rhodes pre-piano. Oh, of course. Yep, that is on my list. Yep. She got me that and Mozart. Mozart, who ironically enough was a Freemason. I don't think she knew about that. No, I know, Mr. 2002. So, he's just there as a, just to be there. But, anyway, I'm actually going to be wrapping up this stream quite soon, but there's one last thing I wanted to say here. is that I think we've gone a bit too long without one of our cooking streams. I think the past couple of ones have seemed to be performing well. The folks here seem to have been liking them. So I think it's time for a new one. Time for a new one, probably next stream next week. The only thing is, I need suggestions. Well, thank you, Mr. 2002. That's very highly appreciated. We're on the road to 200, so glad you're taking us there. But all I need right now is suggestions from all of you about what you all want to see me cook. Yeah, I've asked for suggestions before, and I wasn't getting too much feedback, but whatever you want to see, I'll try to do. But I find it worth doing. But yeah, that will likely, the next stream I think is probably most likely going to be a cooking stream, so any and all suggestions for what you want to see me cook, and might do it. Make it. Why was I predicting somebody would say make a steak? That's what I thought somebody would do. Make a steak Gordon Ramsay style in a pan, baste it with the garlic butter as it's cooking. Man. I've been so out of the loop with Gordon Ramsay. Like, completely out of the loop with Gordon Ramsay. I've not hopped onto any of the Ramsay bandwagons. And well, ever really. The most exposure I've gotten to him is on Jack and Steven's the Waffle Pun stream. Is when Steven was playing some videos of him and got a pretty good impression of what he does there, but so I've not heard of his steak technique before. I'd have to look into that. Okay, shall we pull this up on stream? I'm gonna have to go quite soon, but maybe we can squeeze this in. Look that up. So Coleman, is that a notorious one? Many people tried this. Is it Gordon Ramsay's ultimate cookery course or Gordon Ramsay's top 10 tips for cooking the perfect steak? Which one is it? Was it the one on his channel? Oh, the first one? Okay. That's not on this channel? Okay.
Right.
Okay, let me share it.
To cooking a perfect steak, hot pan. The secret here is to make sure that we literally sear the steak and not boil it. Season it first. Beautifully done. Get some nice large grains of pepper, so you got a nice bit of heat. Mop up all that seasoning and sort of push in. The four most important parts to make sure you take them out of the fridge 20 minutes before you actually start cooking them. Cooking a steak that's stone cold in the centre, you're going to have to overcook it on the outside. Pan's just started smoking, touch of oil in, all that round, and then just lay the steaks away, always away from you, and let the pan do the work. That's the kind of noise you want to hear in the pan every time. That nice sear. Again, a pair of tongs, turn it over very carefully. Literally 30 seconds in the pan, you can see the colour. Beautiful. That layer of fat on the back of the sirloin, you want to render that down as well. That's it there. So hit that into the pan. Use the pan to your advantage. Tilt the pan, let all that hot fat, olive oil run down the back, and it starts to sear the steak even better. You put a little bit of garlic in. Nice little flavour of the steaks. Doesn't need to be peeled. Just lightly crush and in. That gives a really nice flavour to the steak. Turning every minute so you've got that nice even colour. And if you're turning your steaks every minute, they start to cook evenly. A little bit of thyme. It's really nice to get that nice fragrant sort of thyme. And a touch more. I quite like my steaks rare, so rare's here, opposite the palm, at the top. Medium is there, and well done is at the top of your wrist. And now, I'm going to start off with my butter. Little knobs of butter. And this is where the steak starts to take on a completely different flavour.
Rare.
Tilt the pan, then just baste the steaks. That fried thyme, that garlic. Nothing's burning, and that's why we start off with olive oil.
Okay, there it is. There
The
it
garlic.
is.
And sort of brush the garlic over. Off with the gas. Take them out. Beautiful. Let them rest. And off. And then from there, slice rare, going on to medium rare. Delicious.
Okay. Doing the whole hand wrist thing for steak temp. Yeah. I get what he's trying to say, but I'm sure it's the best comparison. But yeah, if you'd like to see me do that, I will. I for sure will. That is definitely not the way I would be cooking steak, but that's what you want me to see. So, oh, what the hey, I'll be giving it a try. Yeah. But I tell you, sure as heck ain't doing it rare. No, not for me. Not rare for me. Yeah, sirloin. Huh. I haven't made a lot of sirloin myself. I mostly go with ribeye, but good chance to change it up. I do use sirloin for making burgers. Chuck, sirloin, perfect combination for burgers. That is, if you grind your own meat. You should. Meatloaf as well. I am quite the fan of meatloaf, but running out of time here because I actually have something I need to do, and I have one hand usable because the other one still has burnt meth sugar on it. So we'll see what we can do here. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Well, that was something. Hopefully, they sound nice. Yeah, I haven't even tuned it in a while. And, yeah, I don't think there's ever a bad time for the sound of the harp. You know? I can't name one. But anyway, that will be it for now. Thank you all for viewing this. This has been quite the basic stream, you know. But I think it's been. I quite liked it. I'm quite satisfied with how I did this one. You know, we did not do one last week because I was a bunch of other things that I would rather have done. But I think we had a good break from it, and I think we're back with the functional streams. Really liked how this one went, and thank you all for sticking by it and having this beat. Okay, I just spilled burnt sugar on the floor. So good to give me something to do after the stream, and let's clean up the burnt sugar. And of course, Stick Spell is still here lurking, but of course, quite appropriately. But I thank you for Stick Spell. You're my most consistent viewer, so I applaud you for that. Thank you for that, and you're definitely one of the realest of real ones here. And you know what? You're not. I respect that because you're not a common lurker. You actually do comment, but you comment in just the right times, I must say. So, thank you. Thank you for being here. For being here always. But anyway, and everyone here. So next stream, cooking stream, I'm going to be doing Gordon Ramsay's steak and see if he is as right as he is. Of course, said it before me. Also, go out and visit, if you can, your local ranches, orchards, and wear the right kind of boots for it. That's my takeaway from the stream. But other than that, don't fall too close. Keep the faith, and don't take any wooden nickels.